Hold on. Give me a quick second. I'm trying to type in what I'm talking about. All right. So hey, you guys, this is going to be really quick. But I just think that the question that one person put in the comments was a really good question. And we do get asked this question a lot, why we don't offer full spectrum doula trainings. And the reason why we do not offer full spectrum doula trainings is because what I've learned with being in this field for so long is that each area deserves its own level of emphasis, focus, and expertise. So when you come into this line of work, you have to understand the dynamics of working with birthing people and BIPOC people, of what that looks like in that frame in which they need you and how they need you in that specific space. And I feel and have always felt when you lump all of that content and information together, you are not doing the doula a great service, or a potential doula a great service, when it comes to receiving and understanding what it is that we're focusing on. This is not to knock any other company or organization that does offer full spectrum doula trainings. That's totally how they have their curriculum set up. However, with the level of expertise that our instructors have, from a cumulative standpoint, and the years of experience that they offer in this field and what they bring to the table, I myself included, you guys would really be in school for like you're getting your 4-year degree. And that is how we look at the processing of if we offered all of that content in one lump sum. So when you come here to the NBDA and you see birth doula training, postpartum, and each individualized training, is because we understand this is how it needs to be received, digested, processed, and help best prepare you so you can work with your clientele on how to service them in the area in that they need you and hired you in. And because birth is completely different from postpartum. Postpartum is completely different from birth. Fertility is completely different from that. Sex and intimacy coach is completely different, although it all ties together. But we would like to really give you guys an area of focus and expertise so you guys can be the absolute best. And that is the reason why we don't offer full spectrum doula trainings. I just think, from an instructor standpoint, that's a lot to ask. And from an educational tutorial standpoint, you're missing a lot of content and information that you can get in a 24-hour training if we just dive in on that specific area of focus. And what we find is that sometimes people will take trainings and be like, oh yeah, this isn't exactly what I thought, or yes, this is how I really want to work with people. Or they will come in and be like, it's more than I expected. I didn't realize all of this went into this area. And that is what we want you to feel. We want you to have that level of in-depth understanding, because this ain't no joke. Like, really, when you start working with people and dealing with different dynamics and different birthing scenarios, or different level of processes when they are in different spaces of their life, but yet all vulnerable, because all of your clientele or potential people who come to you to work with you as clients are in a vulnerable space. So you have to understand how to break down that dynamic. What are you looking at based upon what they want, based upon where they're at, based upon where they're going, and how do you safely navigate that ship to help them get to that goal? And we just don't want to do it. We want to give you the specific content. Now, what we do offer is the NBDA Leadership Academy, and it allows you to, at your pace, take advantage of each and every training that we offer at a specific rate with payment plans. And that is one way you can full spectrum it out. And it offers way more than the trainings. You get business coaching, you get a lifetime membership with the NBDA, you get mentorship. Like, all of that is offered in the NBDA Leadership Academy. But I really want you guys to understand why we don't do that over here. We have, between our instructors and, our mentors, you guys have no idea the level of skill set that these people offer. And we want you guys to have it. We want you guys to be great, but we also understand the beast y'all are up against. And we just are not into to not prepare you. So our way of best preparing you is let's hunker down. Did I say that right? Hunker down? Anyway. And get you guys all of the information so you can move to the next level. And so I hope you guys, get that and understand why we move that way and why it's important that not to rush this process. And that's another reason why I don't like full spectrum trainings. I think it's rushing content and information, because based upon birth doula trainings alone, people come out like, oh my God, like I cannot believe this is way more than I thought initially. And when you compound that with the level of systemic racism that's embedded within Western medicine, you need to know the beast that you're up against. And so we want to give you guys time for processing, because when I've trained people, and a lot of times students are feeling like, I need to sit back with this. I need to sit back. I need to digest. I need to process. I need to understand. I need to go back over the curriculum. And that is even before they get to the mentorship level. So please give me some hearts if this makes sense to you, because I need to know that this information is resonating. But I really wanted to give you guys some full clarity as to why the NBDA is structured and compartmentalized the way that it is. I'm not saying that, I know it's not going to change. As long as Tracie is sitting at the helm, it's not going to change. And it's just too much at risk. It's just too much at risk. It's just too much from an educational standpoint. It's not worth it. From your client's perspective, it's just not worth it. And from an instructor standpoint, just for us, I just think, and to other people who offer it or other organizations, that's totally how they have their stuff set up. We have nothing to do with that, but we just, that's how we roll over here. And, so thank y'all for the hearts. Thank you guys for the love. If you have a question really quick, because I don't mean for this to be long, because, I don't go live on usually Tuesdays at 11:20 in the morning. But if I can answer a question really quick, please drop it in the question box. I just want to provide clarity. And I thought that comment deserved the full explanation, because it's not, thank you. And it's not the fact that, I don't know what the hell I was getting ready to say, because I read a comment. I love the fact that you can pick and choose what you want and specialize in. And that's another reason too, because not everybody wants everything. You know what I'm saying? And not, and sometimes people just want an area of like, how can I, and people have different reasons why they train. Some people take the fertility doula training because of their experience in, not being able to conceive and not having success with Western medicine when it comes to conceiving their own children. We've had people who've taken that training just, for their own personal reasons. There are people who, like for me, when I was working with clients before I retired, I wasn't interested in postpartum. My area really is birth. Like I get postpartum, I understand it, but I've been in this field for so damn long. There was no such thing as a postpartum doula when I came into this field. That didn't happen until years later. So I've seen the field evolve too. Child. I did full spectrum training and it felt rushed. And we don't want you guys to feel that way. We try to do our best. And I do that. I get with our instructors once a quarter because we always want to make sure that we are doing our best to support our instructors, to support you guys, and go back to the drawing board. What do we need to do to frame this better? What do we need to do to grow better? What do we need to do differently that's not working? Let's take that out. Let's remove that. What new information or data do we have? Like, that's how we try to get in there and mitigate and grow stronger with our content. And we don't ever want you guys to feel so compacted and rushed that you don't feel like you can do this work. That's another thing. It's like people don't realize, like, a lot of our trainings are introspective too. You realize that, oh my God, it's not what I thought, or it's more than what I thought. Let me figure out how, where best, how can I, you know what I mean? I hope this is making sense. Oh, thank you. When is you need to watch this from the beginning. When is the next full spectrum? We don't offer that. And that's the reason for this particular live, is because I want to give full clarity. I just really want to give full clarity. It's, there needs to, and I think people should take the slower approach. Don't knock the old school process, y'all. I understand, this society, everything is rush. But when I tell you, how old am I? I think I'm going to be 47 this year. I'm starting to lose track of how old I am, but I'm going to be 47 this year. And the older you get, you begin to appreciate, slowing down, taking time, giving yourself grace, pacing yourself. You don't have to process everything so fast. And because when you do that, you are not able to hold on to it the way that you need to. Sorry, y'all. You're not able to cherish it the way that you should. So that also too, there's a lot of reasons why we have it set up the way that we do, is because processing is everything. Processing and how you receive and perceive and, digest, and then begin to support your clients to the best of your ability. How you process what you learn makes a difference. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so just slow down, give yourself time and grace. There's no need to rush the process. Even when you're in the hospital working with somebody, labor is long, especially if you're working with a first timer. Conception for some people can be long, and you will learn more about yourself in this field than you will anybody else. Trust me, I know, because when I came into this field at 24, was I 20? Yeah, I was 24 when I came into this field, then turned around, and now I will be 47 this year. Child, it's like you will learn more about yourself than anybody else. And so how do we best support you? And I really try to frame the NBDA to where I give you guys everything that I didn't get. I'm going to say that again. I give you guys everything I didn't get in coming up in this field, being a Black girl from Oakland, okay, and took a white training and was the only Black girl, and I'm still the only Black girl in a lot of spaces when it comes to this work in the NBDA, okay? So I try to give you guys what I didn't get. That's how the NBDA came about. I'm going to give you what I didn't get, and how I was able to grow and scale to the level that, you guys are able to see today. But there's a lot that's 17 years worth of stuff before I even launched the NBDA. That's 17 years worth of successes and failures and births and supporting people and getting better and that's 17 years just with me. So then when we bring in our instructors, imagine how many years. You know what I'm saying, y'all? So it's a lot, but I want y'all to get it. And yeah, you guys, and I hate to see, and that's why a lot of people don't last in this field too. They don't last in this field because it's more than one. Sorry, y'all. Just feeling a nap. but it's way more than what they expected. It's way more energetic work than they anticipated giving. It's more selfless. It's living life on call, or it's way more than they understand. And yeah, so that's how we work. So thank you guys for just listening, and I hope y'all have a good Tuesday. Talk to you later.